3 top favorite things that we did while we were in Cabo. The first thing is take public transportation. So when you fly into Cabo, you actually fly into a town called San Jose, which is about 30 miles outside of Cabo San Lucas. So right as you get into Cabo, before you're even out of the airport, you're gonna start getting bombarded with lots of people trying to sell you a shuttle ride or a taxi over to Cabo San Lucas. And if you're not prepared ahead of time, you can definitely get taken advantage of. Before we left for Cabo, I had researched a city bus that we could take. So I kind of had in my head that we were gonna take the city bus, but I didn't know exactly where it was. I didn't know exactly how to get there and how long it would take or anything like that, but I knew there was a city bus. We got told that there was no city bus. We got told that the only way over there was one of the shuttles. We bargained with them a little bit. $17 was the cheapest they would give us for one way over there. And they said it would take about 40 minutes. And then we walked a little further out of the airport, and then that person said like, the bus takes 2 hours and it won't even take you to Cabo San Lucas. It'll take you in a loop and it'll take you right back to the airport. And so it was just like, they were kind of just telling us things to try to get us to go on the shuttle, obviously. And we figured worst case scenario, if there's not a bus, we'll come back and we'll just take one of those shuttles over. We went ahead and ventured out of the airport, and sure enough, there's a city bus and it's $5 or 80 pesos. They totally take American money. So we went and hopped on that bus and it took us to Cabo San Lucas. And so it was $5 a person and it was way cheaper than taking a shuttle. The second thing I would totally recommend doing while you're in Cabo San Lucas is taking a boat out to the arch. When you're down by the marina or down on the beach, everyone's gonna try and sell you a ride to take a boat out to the arch or out to see the whales. The prices for this are different everywhere. It just really depends on where you go to get them. We were walking along what's called Medina Beach, and it's the main beach in Cabo San Lucas. You can't miss it. We were actually right on the sand, right on the ocean, and this glass bottom boat comes up to the shore and is letting people off. And he was selling them for $15 a person. Because there wasn't anyone else really wanting to go at the moment, he was willing to give us a really good deal. And we were the only people on the boat. So my husband and I just hopped on the boat and we had our own like private tour. It was about 45 minutes. He took us all the way out to the arches. You have the Sea of Cortez and also the Pacific Coast. They butt right up next to each other. And so he took us out to the Sea of the Pacific Coast. We saw sea lions, we saw the arches. There's these 2 beaches called Lovers Beach and Divorce Beach. And they will actually drop you off at those beaches, because the only way really to get to those beaches is by boat, and then when you're ready they'll come back. You just don't pay them until they've already taken you back over to the mainland. So I would highly recommend taking a boat out to see the arches. Another great thing to do as you're walking along Medina Beach, you can kind of see that that's where all the tourists are. If you just go around the marina and on the other side, that's kind of like where the local beach is. There's some really fun rocks you can climb up on. There's not really as many people at all. In fact, there was one spot where the rocks kind of cleared out and we had hiked over them, and we had our own little private beach that we could just hang out for the day. I would definitely recommend checking out the local side of the beach because it's a lot more private. There's a lot less people. It's still an amazing beach and has beautiful water. Final thing I would definitely recommend doing is going and seeing the Pacific side. A lot of people don't go over there because the undertow is very, very strong, and so you can't swim. But it is beautiful. We didn't have a car, which I think is probably the better way to get there. You can kind of go around the mountain. We didn't have a car though, so we were on foot, we were just walking. We typed into our Google how to get to the Pacific side, and we just followed that trail. Now, on that trail, you kind of have to go through private neighborhoods. A lot of them are gated or locked and you can't get into, but there's one private neighborhood that there's a security guard there, and we just told him, hey, we really want to go see the Pacific side. We hear it's really beautiful. My husband knows Spanish, so he was able to communicate with him, and he just wanted to see our passports, and we actually had a copy of our passports with us. So we left him a copy of our passports, and he said, you can come get these back when you come back through. But we just communicated with the security guard, let him know, hey, we really just want to go see the beach. He totally let us through, and then as we came back out, we just told him how beautiful it was, and he gave us the copies of our passports back, and it was perfectly fine. So don't be afraid to try to get to the Pacific side because it is totally worth the view.
So this is literally our own private beach for like hundreds of yards. Yesterday we had a little beach to ourselves. Today we have this huge beach to ourselves.
So that's all I have for you guys. We had so much fun in Cabo, Mexico. It was my first time ever leaving the country, and I would highly recommend it for someone who has never been to a foreign country before. You can use American money or pesos while you're there, and most of the people do speak a good amount of English. I hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to leave a comment and press that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.
But basically, a chunk of the existing rock, like this one, a chunk of the other rock around it fell into it as this was cooling. So this is the old stuff, essentially. This is the new stuff that cooled around it.
That's amazing.
You can see these crystals forming along the edge.
That's what you want to make a countertop out of.
That'd be cool, huh?
That'd be so awesome.